Welcome back to Animeverse Hubs, your ultimate hub for Donghua breakdowns, recaps, and anime deep dives. Today we are diving into one of the most popular and mysterious figure in Swallowed Star. Before we go deeper into the story, tell us where you are watching from in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our new episodes again. If the 9-volume manual was the mind, the Star Tower was the fist, a weapon forged for revenge. What is the Star Tower? Picture this: a colossal structure of cosmic metal forged from the remains of a chaotic origin ancestor, bathed in the flames of collapsed universes, and engraved with laws so advanced that even supreme beings tremble before them. The Star Tower is a God King level treasure, a class of weapons so rare that even the most ancient powers would wage eternal wars for it. Its abilities? Absolute defense. Nothing in the original universe can break its walls. Even if every eternal true god attacked together, they couldn't leave a scratch. Reality control. Inside its domain, sitting mountain guests could rewrite the rules of existence. Sealing and suppression. The Star Tower can trap entire armies, nullifying their strength. Remember when Luo Feng later used it to seal Morosa, the terrifying Sector Beast King? That's the level we're talking about. But here's the most insane part. When Sitting Mountain Guest was reborn, he didn't have the strength to wield the Star Tower himself. So what did he do? He buried it deep within his inheritance system, ensuring only his chosen successor, someone worthy, could claim it. And guess who that was? Luo Feng. The day Luo Feng claimed the Star Tower, the balance of power in the original universe shifted forever. At this point, you might be wondering, why go through all this trouble? Why not rebuild his strength and take revenge himself? Because when Sitting Mountain Guest reincarnated, his power was shattered beyond recovery. Even with his genius, the laws of the original universe were restrictive. He couldn't regain his peak within one lifetime. So, he turned to the only strategy left: create a successor powerful enough to do what he couldn't. But this wasn't just about revenge. For Sitting Mountain Guest, it was about redemption. About proving that the Jin Kingdom's glory wouldn't vanish into dust. About resurrecting the ones he loved. And believe it or not, he succeeded. Because of his plan, Luo Feng rose to the peak, transcended the original universe, and ultimately helped Sitting Mountain Guest achieve what no one thought possible: the resurrection of his fallen loved ones. That's right. In the end, the mastermind, who played the longest game in history, won. Let's talk raw power. Because Sitting Mountain Guest isn't just a wise old man with OP treasures. His base strength, even in his reincarnated state, is God tier compared to almost every being in the original universe. But to truly understand his level, we need to break down the hierarchy of cultivation. Universe Lord / Venerable can bend cosmic laws, rule galaxies. True God, infinite lifespan, masters of their own miniature universes. Void True God, even rarer, capable of manipulating origin laws. God King, a title reserved for those who reign at the peak of the origin continent, far beyond anything the original universe can produce. Chaotic origin lifeforms, living embodiments of primal case, each one a cosmic disaster that can destroy entire universes casually. Now Sitting Mountain Guest in his original life, he wasn't just strong, he was the Jin God King, one of the most brilliant and feared figures on the origin continent, a plane so advanced that the original universe looks like a sandbox in comparison. In his reincarnated form, though, he was limited by universal laws. Even then, he was at the very top tier of the original universe, rivaling or even surpassing eternal true gods in some aspects, especially in crafting. But here's the kicker: his treasures and his mind made him unstoppable. Give him enough time, and he could control the battlefield like a grandmaster. And when Luo Feng eventually reached the Chaos Verse, Sitting Mountain Guest didn't just stop at being a legend. He transcended everything, regaining a power level even the strongest beings fear. So yeah, when we talk about broken characters, Sitting Mountain Guest is on another plane entirely. Now let's dive into his mindset. Sitting Mountain Guest isn't your typical mentor character. He's not out here making emotional speeches or holding Luo Feng's hand through every trial. Nope, his philosophy is cold, sharp and terrifying in its logic. The universe is a chessboard. To win, you must sacrifice pieces. And he lives by that. He didn't just bet on Luo Feng, he engineered Luo Feng's rise from the very beginning. He altered Earth's soul lineage. He placed the 9-volume manual and Star Tower in strategic positions. He even created entire civilizations, like the Yan God clan, just to serve as tools in his grand design. But here's what makes him complex. He's not heartless. Every calculated move he makes is driven by a core of grief and love. For his fallen people, for his senior sister, for the Jin Kingdom that was obliterated. That's why fans love him. He's not just a manipulator, he's a tragic genius, a man who smiled while carrying an agony that spanned billions of years. Without Sitting Mountain Guest, there is no Luo Feng as we know him. Period. Every major turning point in Luo Feng's journey traces back to this one man's plan. Earth's selection. Why did Earth produce such a monstrous talent like Luo Feng? Sitting Mountain Guest engineered it. Inheritance trials. Every inheritance Luo Feng received, from the 9-volume manual to the ultimate treasures, was planted by Sitting Mountain Guest. The Star Tower, Luo Feng's trump card in countless wars, gifted through Sitting Mountain Guest's design. The ultimate mindset, Sitting Mountain Guest didn't just give Luo Feng tools, he shaped his mentality, teaching him that willpower, strategy, and patience win universes. And the crazy part? Luo Feng didn't even realize the full depth of this guidance until much later in the story. It's like finding out your mentor wasn't just a mentor, but a cosmic architect who wrote the script of your destiny before you were even born. Fast forward to Swallowed Star 2, Origin Continent. This is where Sitting Mountain Guest's revenge plan finally comes full circle. The Food Kingdom, the empire that slaughtered his Jin Kingdom, murdered his people, and shattered his life, finally faces the storm he set in motion. But here's the twist. Sitting Mountain Guest doesn't personally deliver the killing blow. Luo Feng does, because that was always the plan. Sitting Mountain Guest knew his successor had to surpass him, had to become something even the Origin Continent would fear. And when Luo Feng annihilates the Food Kingdom's God Kings, avenging an eon-old tragedy, Sitting Mountain Guest smiles. After that, he ascends. No longer bound by reincarnation, no longer shackled by universal laws, he reclaims his original glory and more, becoming a being who stands at the very peak of the Chaos Verse. And in one of the most emotional moments in the entire saga, he uses this newfound power to resurrect his senior sister and his fallen people. Billions of years of planning, endless solitude, a vengeance colder than the void. And in the end, peace. Sitting Mountain Guest isn't just a side character. He's the hidden protagonist, the man whose plan shaped everything from Earth's rise to the final battles on the Origin Continent. He's a strategist, craftsman, mentor, and avenger. A man who lost everything and still won. Without him, there is no Luo Feng, no Star Tower, no cosmic battles that shook the Chaos Verse. And that's why, for many fans, Sitting Mountain Guest isn't just a character, he's a legend. If you enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe and share. See you next time.